Have you got a cuppa? It's fresh lemon balm again, which is my perennial in these interesting times, support my nervous system, my immune system, kind of anxiolytic drink. So I am still drinking the lemon balm tea. It is Wednesday, the 6th of May, and we're still all here. Well, some of you are. Are you having one of those days? Today seems kind of interesting. I've got a really long kind of 12-hour work day today, and 90% of it's just been thrown up in the air and fallen in different places. So it's turning into a very full-on afternoon, not helped by 2 phone calls at 10 to 1 and 5 to 1. Don't people know that this is what I'm doing at this time of the day? So how are you going? Where are you at in your isolation-ist, lockdown-ish kind of cycle? I've been doing a bit of work on getting my newsletter ready to go out next week this morning, and really I'm really noticing the roller coaster with my friends, relatives, clients, and myself. And I've just done a check-in with some of my mentoring group, and it's kind of interesting. One person, she said she's at the uninspired stage. We're kind of like, okay, all right. The theme of this week has been about, well, in reaction to my own reaction about the idea that lockdown is going to be eased sometime soon, is my reaction to that is I'm not ready for it. And in fact, I kind of like almost broke out into a cold sweat yesterday listening to our Prime Minister talking about how we're going to get 1 million businesses back and going now, and we're ready to go back into some semblance of normality. And it made me break out into a cold sweat because I realise he's speaking from an economic point of view about this, this is about getting the country working, so the government can stop printing money. But from a public health perspective, I'm really concerned that the message that's getting through is that, hey, don't worry about the hand washing anymore. Don't worry, look, the social distancing. Yeah, let's get it down to 1 metre. Some places have dropped from 2 metres to 1.5 metres to 1 metre. Don't worry, getting people working is more important because we've got rooms in ICU, we've got ICU beds, and we've got respirators free. So just remember, folks, they're talking about being ready for the second wave. We're very lucky in Australia and New Zealand to have done so well so far, been prepared. But what we know from the Spanish flu and other pandemics is when things ease that we have to be really careful. I'm sure you know that because I know you are intelligent people. Unfortunately, out in the world, I'm seeing kind of a slightly different picture at the moment, which really concerns me. So thinking positively about what we do with this remaining time at level 3 for New Zealand, or for whatever level we are in Australia of our quasi-lockdown, trying to think about what we can maximise about this time, what we can take from this time, and what we can do while we still have some time in a different routine. If you're not working, or you're working from home, or your daily life has changed and there's a bit more space in it and it's a bit more home-based. So my question for you today is, have you had any kind of lifestyle routines that have changed, brought any new things in, or created new habits, or intended to create new habits that haven't happened? So my message is, let's choose the new things to bring through to this next phase in our life that are healthful. I like that. That's the word. I don't think I made it up, but it's the word that I really like to go to healthful, something that's full of health, because healthy is being hijacked and misused and manipulated in so many ways that we can think that sugary drinks are healthy, that a burger may be healthy. So let's think about healthful, things that are positive for our general well-being, healthful habits that we can take forward or start if we haven't got there yet. So I would just like to give myself a gold star for having, for over 4 weeks now, probably closer to 5 weeks now, I have made my bed every day. Now, that doesn't sound like much, and certainly in the days of fitted sheets, even though us purists may have a top sheet as well, and doona or duvet if you're in New Zealand, making a bed shouldn't be a big thing. But I've got very lazy at times, and I think that's also part of being in a relationship with somebody else who doesn't make the bed. So you kind of get into slovenly ways. And making the bed just really takes a few seconds every day. And I know that's often the habit that many gurus, most lifestyle gurus suggest that we do. It actually does make a difference about how you feel when you go to bed at night, to see that your bed is ready to receive you, to welcome you to a good night's sleep, not to have that physical and psychological or psychic residue of tossing and turning the night before. There's some healthy habits that I've talked about quite early on in the series, and one of them was around dental health. So I'm wondering if anyone who wasn't a regular flosser has begun flossing at least once a day, maybe twice a day, and brush it, or at least please brush your teeth at least twice a day. If you heard that live and thought, I'm going to do that and I forgot, this is time in your new routine to start that habit. My tip on flossing at night is that, I know there are times when I'm really tired and I just want to get into bed. I wear contact lenses, old-fashioned ones I need to take out, and brush my teeth, and somehow flossing can feel like a bridge too far. So my suggestion is, when you've finished eating for the night, and particularly this is a really good trick if you tend to snack and don't want to snack after dinner, is to go and brush your teeth and floss them. In fact, if we're going to take advice from a dentist, we do a pre-brush without your toothpaste, then you floss, then you do your nice electric toothbrush brush, and your teeth will feel so clean that you will not want to snack later. And 2, you've got the energy to do it and remember to do it then before you fall into a bit of a funk. It's also really good if you're in a bit of a habit of drinking things at night, and if you want to change your alcohol habits in particular, or your sweet drink habits. Things don't taste good after toothpaste. So floss. Floss is a really great habit to get into, and hopefully you've done that too. What about exercise? So has your exercise routine changed? And has it changed for the better or the worse? One of the things that I really noticed when I went from having an external clinic to a home-based business was that I had to be a lot more conscious about exercise. It used to be I could walk 35 minutes from home to my CBD-based practice in Melbourne and be very, very good about leaving the clinic at lunchtime and getting out and moving my body. And I could easily hit 10,000 steps in that by the end of lunchtime. It was really easy. But when the commute is from the bedroom or the kitchen to another room of your house, it's a real challenge sometimes because you have to consciously put that exercise in. So I know I've got neighbours who are really, really missing their gym routine and their gym practice. And I've seen them skipping and doing really fast walking and using weights. Some people have had the opposite, that they've found that being at home, for those who are working from home or not working from home, that they've had access to all sorts of online exercise and are doing more than they would usually do if they were working outside of the home. So if your exercise habits haven't adjusted in a healthful way, maybe give yourself a challenge starting today or tomorrow that you are going to do something where it might be skipping, it might be walking, it might be cycling. What I have noticed most of all in the last month is how many, mostly families, are out there cycling because our roads are a lot quieter. I've got to say, I really am not a fan of cycling in Sydney. It is, in the inner city, is scary. There are no bike paths. Traffic is not very forgiving of cyclists. But if anything was going to get me back on my rather dusty bike, it's this time. And that's what the last quickie, because we've already hit 10 minutes and it's not great going over 10 minutes, is just thinking about your breakfast. Has your breakfast changed? If you usually eat your breakfast on the run or at work, are you eating differently at home? Does having that potentially extra time in the morning change what you are eating? Have you embraced the oat? Have you remembered to soak your oats? Have you remembered to soak your porridge? Are you enjoying an egg for breakfast because you've got time to make an egg? My suggestion is, if you haven't made any changes, then to do something different for breakfast tomorrow. Yeah, it may be something wonderfully vegan. It may be things like leftover vegetables and miso soup. It doesn't have to be classic breakfast food. Other cultures have amazing savoury breakfasts that, so do something new. Use this precious time is basically what I'm saying. And be safe and sensible out there in the world, and as always, be kind. I'm going to be back tomorrow, Thursday at 1 p.m. or 3 o'clock in New Zealand, so I hope you'll join me then. And I've got something a little bit different for Friday and Monday coming up, and I'll tell you all about that tomorrow. So goodbye to the live. Let's remember how to end the live. 1, 2, and goodbye to my Facebook live followers. Otherwise, if you come in at the end, you can always watch this on the YouTube channel. See you later.